Presenting.
Yep.
So first of all, I see Ann Diaz, I hope that's the right pronunciation, on the call. And this is an issue that she first raised and she has a patch for, but I'm bringing it to your attention. So layout shift attribution, CSS versus physical pixels. Okay, so what do I mean by layout shift attribution? For anyone who has not looked at the layout shift API, it's only supported in Chromium, as far as I know. There are layout shift entries, which are performance entries. Once per animation frame, you get a summary of how much content shifted. So content that was previously laid out and had to relay out in a different position. Therefore, it sort of jumps around. It's the really annoying thing that happens when the button moves under your mouse. You get an overall value, you get some metadata, and you also get a list of sources, specific content that shifted and how much it shifted. You get a link to the node, and you get the previous and current rect. And so you kind of visualize what shifted. So a Chromium issue was raised that at least in Chromium, it is currently being reported in physical pixels. But most web platform APIs and other performance timeline APIs, as far as I could see from my audit, are always reporting layout in CSS pixels. So like, your device pixel ratio, high resolution screens tend to have multiple physical pixels per CSS pixel. And so this can be irritating and annoying and inconsistent. And so there's a proposal to change this. Now I went through and I tried to look at the existing spec. I think it's a little bit vague, but we do in one place refer to pixel units. And I looked up and I think those are supposed to be CSS pixels, but more importantly, all the other APIs that I found that try to report similar things are in CSS pixels. The more important value in layout shifts is the value attribute. This is a unitless value because it's checking the ratio of two dimensions. And so it doesn't matter if it's physical pixels or CSS pixels, you're going to get the previous over new divided by the viewport area. And so it's just going to be a ratio. It's like a percentage moved. It's actually even more complicated than that. So really, it just has to do with this attribution list, and you also get a node where you could ask for get bounding rect. So you could just compute this yourself. Okay, so who's using this attribution list is one of my questions. Has anybody noticed this distinction? Have you had to work around it? And will it break anything if we try to improve it to change it to be CSS pixels? I went around to a few folks that I know are using this. And so far, everybody has found this annoying and had to work around it. On the other hand, if they've already worked around it, if we change it, that's a risk. And so this is the question, should we... does anybody have any other examples where this distinction of physical versus CSS comes up? Should we make it consistent? Should we change it? That's about it for the topic.